is a big week in entertainment. The Oscar nominations came out earlier, but Tara, you were out of this country, weren't you?
Nowhere near Hollywood.
I was following you on Instagram.
Were you really?
Yes,
Thank you,
I clicked on you.
I try not to be too obnoxious with the pictures. So I was not in the country. I actually was on somewhat of a bucket list trip. My husband and I have done these bike trips, although we were in the land of a land near and dear to a certain Oscar winner. We were actually in Cambodia, but my husband and I have done some of these backroads bike trips. I love doing them because honestly, you can eat what you want, you get some exercise in, you learn a lot about culture.
These are bikes without engines, the pedaling kind.
Yes, these are the pedaling. See, look, I'm actually working, and we had several miles to bike. And usually there are a lot of other couples on the trip. In this case, it was a smaller group, and there happened to be two women who were there by themselves. They didn't know each other. They didn't know us. And they both were from Arizona. And I just thought that was so cool. It's a little bit rare. They had different stories for why they were there, different reasons for being there. And as we continue this new year, Scott, of being empowered and maybe stepping out of our comfort zones, I thought, you know what? I'm going to try to inspire those of you women and men to do something. I don't know why we're just staring at the picture of me and my husband. There we go. Do something.
Because it's such a good-looking couple, that's why.
Do something, even if it's by yourself, that might be a little risky. So introduce you to Gina and Carol. This is why you came. What do you think?
It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Walking up and seeing it at dawn and the reflection in the water, it was something else, just absolutely something. And this is why I came. This is why I came.
Gina Stout wanted to see Angkor Wat, so when a friend told her she was planning a bike trip to Vietnam and Cambodia, Gina bought a bike, some clothes, and was determined to join.
All right, Gina, only 6 miles left. How you feeling?
All right, feeling great.
Sadly, her friend got sick and couldn't go last minute, but that didn't stop Gina.
To be honest, last year I buried 4 relatives, and no, not sad, but you know, they were old, and it happens, and guess what? It's true that you only live once. Absolutely do it. I can't imagine not doing it.
So Gina trained on the greenbelt of Scottsdale, Arizona. That's not the best place to train for a bike trip. But
probably not, but you know what? Around here in Southeast Asia, there's a lot of flat terrain. It's a little bit bumpy, some of the roads, but it's all gorgeous, and you're going to be going through all sorts of great little fields and villages, seeing all the great little beautiful kids everywhere waving hello. So excited to say hello, they're literally shaking with excitement.
Good morning, Carol.
Good morning.
Carol Larson had to say goodbye to her husband about 5 years ago when he passed away. They traveled together a lot, and she admits the first trip by herself was tough.
It was very difficult. But every trip it gets better, and I'm really enjoying it.
Well, you're in a bike club in Tucson, so you're pretty fit. Anything challenging about this one?
The humidity. I like the dry desert much better.
Well, I sweat now. I didn't sweat before. I don't sweat in Arizona, but yet it's humid.
The two Arizona women biked miles and miles through small villages, rice fields, ending up at the sunrise just yesterday morning at the iconic temple in Cambodia. Motivation to keep the biking going once she's back in Arizona. You got a bunch of nice bike gear that you got from performance. You going to use it when we get back?
You know what? I hope so. And I need to get some shoes, apparently. But yes, I do have a lot of really nice bike wear. I bought a bike in November and a lot of bike stuff. And then around December, I got on the bike.
We've been out taking nice potential profile pics for, I don't want to say dating websites, plural, but we've had fun doing that.
Yeah, it's been fun. And Tara's done a great job.
Single, ready to mingle people, active, likes honesty, long walks on the beach, a potential drink, and travel.
There you go.
It's, you know what, it's hard to go back into the dating pool. That's a whole other story. But I just thought it was so cool. And the fact that they were from Arizona, I fell in love with them.
So I saw a post where it seemed like 10 miles uphill.
Yeah.
How come when it comes to bicycling, everything seems uphill? Am I right on that? It's never downhill.
Well, there was the good news was the 10 miles of downhill that actually was downhill.
Right.
That was tough for any of you bikers here in Arizona. I think the only thing comparable would be Humphreys. Just biking up that snowball road to the top of Humphreys. It was it was a few more miles than that.
Great job. 40 miles a day, huh?
Yes, but you know, you've biked.
I did it 40 miles one time and hung that bike up forever. That was it.
You could so
I'm still
do it.
sore.
Trust me, if I can do this, anybody can do this.
Great job.